Men, vi kollar, vi har 6 skill points att lägga ut om vi vill. Confront cliché with hardy story. Det där tror jag är the main quest om man säger så. Cliché här nu. Eller cliché. Flipper. Pinball. The pinballs were more pinball, female figure morning, then spirit keys tied to the bush outside the corner. Oh. Take it! Här har vi en till pinballmaskin.
Over there, in the corner.
The pinball machine.
Not just any pinball machine. This is the pinnacle of pinball. Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats. It's
fan, jag skulle vilja ha en flippermaskin.
Wait to get your hands on it.
Satan i gatan, jag skulle vilja ha en flippermaskin. Nu ska jag googla det. Undrar vad de kostar. Sweet as fuck. Ja. 115 000 finns den på Blocket. Okej, det är ju digitalt där, men fan skiter digitalt. Har vi ett för 22 000, antar jag något äldre då. Black Knight, Sword of Rage 32. Nya spel verkar kosta över 100 papp. Har du Flipper Star Wars Pro för 94 000. Led Zeppelin för 120 000. Mandalorian för 94 000. Herregud vad nya flipper dyra. Judge Dredd är ju något gammalt 90-tal grej med, det kostar 43. Ja, alltså jag tror nog att man får, ska man ha någonting fungerande verkar säkert ligga som är från typ inte sprillans nytt, så kostar de ju runt 100 papp. Men jag tänker, ska man ha någonting som här, Sopranos 45 000. Älskar ju Sopranos i och för sig. Men det är inte direkt att jag har 45 000 bara gödsla iväg på någonting. Jag tror inte ens att då skulle jag ha den här källan i sånt fall i rummet här bredvid. Kruxet är väl bara att jag inte troligtvis kan få ner en sån. Sopranos, jävligt bra tv-serie. Det verkar vara lite tråkigt flipper i övrigt. Det är inte så mycket ramper och grejer och sånt. Jag har alltid varit en som gillar ramper. Shring, det var... Jag ser inte så mycket om det är ramper, men det är någon Star Wars-flipper där. Det var någon som sålde Monopol här för 45 000. Stern. Det verkar funka i alla fall, det blinkar och grejer. Ja, strunt samma. Jag har ändå inte råd. Jag får drömma. Eurojackpot imorgon. Då blir det flipper. Nu ska vi se. Not just a pinball machine. You can wait to get in there, Kim. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Point to the machine.
The pinball machine. Gordy's Goats. A classic.
Wait, you played it?
A little.
Feels like a lot. Too much to play together.
Pull out the machine. Nu får vi spela flipper nu.
Great.
Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats.
Fan, jag skulle ha ett
The
flipper.
golden lettering on top of the back box. There's a small column of text underneath. The machine is coin operated. Get the game on, fingerboy. Those flippers.
Alltså skulle jag vinna Eurojackpot, då lovar jag dig, då ska jag ha ett arkadrum. Oj. Jag skulle vilja driva en arkadhall. Lean closer to read the text.
Above the painting of a mustached man climbing a hill, a column reads,
Inspect the
the
playing
theme
field.
of the game is to explore Gordy's climb. The
Oh, yeah, whatever.
areas around the playfield
Insert coin!
represent Gordy's
What's with
climb.
all the goats?
Indeed.
Vänta,
Think of them
vänta,
as
vänta här nu.
goals. The theme of the game is to explore Gordy's climb through the perspective of goats and to ascend to the top of the mountain in a time of trouble. The peak of the mountain is at the top of the playfield. All the balls have small goat icons on them and represent the goats as they race up and down the mountain. Areas around the playfield represent Gordy's climb, places he was said to have camped, which the goats can discover. Get them to the summit.
Okej, då spelar vi då.
It takes a while to get into a rhythm, but pretty soon you're able to keep 3 goat-faced balls in play with relative ease.
Yeah!
Go, go, finger boy.
Go, go, finger boy!
I feel sorry for the gods. If they only knew the kind of guy old Cornelius really was.
What kind of guy was he then?
The kind of a guy who uses the word savages a lot when recounting his travels. The mask
A
nationalist,
racist mountaineer?
an avid huntsman too. He was often photographed in his dining hall, surrounded by wall-mounted hunting trophies.
That's not
and
cool.
every
Technically, the human being are at the top of the food chain, so...
He also hit his wife and killed other people's kids too. Sometimes pets. Hateful little.
Ah, vad skön gubbe! Han bara, han slog sin fru, sina barn, andras barn, andra människors barn, även husdjur. Ah, vilken skön lirare.
But you seem to be having fun.
I'm pretty good at this.
Your game is definitely improving. The jolly goats are flying all over the board, and although a few plummet to their deaths, you're never left with less than 3.
Less than 3.
Suddenly, a special passage leading to the summit slides open at the top of the board. This is where the balls need to go.
Concentrate and aim for the narrow passage.
Maneuvering a goat ball into a position for a perfect hit isn't easy. More fall to their deaths. But finally, the opportunity presents itself. One of them gets through. The words "pale rupture" light up on the speaker panel, and the machine starts filling with a thick, milky fog. Something's happening.
Det var inte mycket till salu där.
Congratulations.
Jag sitter fortfarande och kollar på flipper här.
It's a cheap way of getting more money out of the players. A stupid nihilistic finale.
There's so much fog, you can barely see anything. Some is actually leaking out of the machine, and one by one, your goats start slipping, disappearing into the milky nothingness. This can be navigated. The balls leave almost imperceptible disruptions in the fog. Use them to calculate where they hit next. The amount of focus it takes to predict when a ball goat is in striking range is staggering, but it can be done. Focus. You're down to your last goat, going mostly by sound. Eyes are useless at this point, but that goat is something special. 5 times you snatch him back from the jaws of death.
5 times! Var på väg att dö första gången på level 54.
You're in a perfectly balanced system where neither you nor the pal is able to get the upper hand. This could go on forever.
Kim. Bad at ball games! Okay, reaction speed. Legendary, okay.
I am. I've seen it before. Played it too. You will eventually make a mistake and then it's all over.
Why do they even make this possible, Tim? Why do they even make to give up when... Bra. Jag har faktiskt... Jag får lov att säga ändå. En 3% i det här spelet. Jag har faktiskt klarat det. Och även en 2 under 10 tror jag, så att det är inte omöjligt. Det är ändå 3%. Så nu kommer vi kasta ut tärningarna och så blir det bara skräp.
How, if you can't even see it, the last goat plummets into the
The
fog
goat
with
plummets
almost
into the fog.
suicidal glee. There goes nothing, fingerboy.
Ja, det var kul så länge det var. Autosave, autosave, autosave.
All these mesmerizing machines, just waiting to be plugged back in and played. Feels like it might jump back to life any moment. The lights illuminating the white.
What's
road
white
wood.
Diora?
Some kind of inane pinball theme, probably related to Messina during the DeLorean age. The history themes are the worst.
The lieutenant grimaces, looking at the machines.
You can't fire them up. They are broken. Only that one machine in the main hall works. The Royalist Pinball.
What a dumb name. Royalist Pinball. If
Royalist.
they weren't broken, he would kick one of these machines about now.
Okej, vi kör väl då. Medium.
Kim.
Yes!
Pinball Kitsuragi.
Kimball.
Exactly. That's what he's known as. His reputation precedes him.
Kimball. You're Kimball. Kim Pinball Katsuragi.
So now he remembers. Fine, I'm Kim Pinball Kitsuragi, aka the Kimball. You remembered. Congratulations.
But I still can't remember anything else.
Wonderful. He only remembers hearing about the pinball policeman. No human being should. It is a game that requires no skill and a childlike affinity to flashing lights and to fantastic, science fiction, and historic romance franchise. It is lame. I am not called Pinball. It was used to taunt me a long time ago, before I became a homicide detective and got my lieutenancy.
Okej.
Fine. I was a juvenile police officer for over 15 years. It's how I started out in the RCM. Once I had to infiltrate a pinball ring, as you do when you're a juvie cop. Unbelievably. To do that, I needed to become a pinball champion. I trained for 9 months. The job was successful and I was moved out of the juvenile wing to homicide.
Tror vi lyckas lösa någonting här? För nu,
End of story.
end of story. So you were cop for 15
That
years.
time is over now.
Alltså, tack, men nu pratar vi om
I was
flipper här
already a
i spelet.
38-year-old man. It was unbecoming.
Känns inte direkt att det har någonting med att lösa mordet.
So that's why he doesn't want to talk to Kuno. Trauma and stressor disorder from being a juvie cop.
Wait, so that's why you don't talk to Kuno. I'm gonna call you Pinball now.
No. You're gonna call me Lieutenant
Hey.
Kitsuragi. Or, on rare occasions, Kim, because it's shorter. Let's go.
Any plan to call him Pinball or Kimball is immediately wiped from your neocortex.
No!
As if with some sort of mind-altering device. It is simple.
Ja, då lägger vi det och går vidare.
This small elevator is dimly lit by a bulb that's been glowing for ages. The latticed cage is open, inviting you.
Step in!
Smells of nougat and sweat.
Jag tror det
Your
ska
head
vara
brushes up
pee.
against the ceiling. There is a control panel to your right, and just enough room for 2 people to fit in.
I wonder... Oj, är det upp till... Claché? Den där dörren vi försökte komma in.
Seems like a small freight elevator for transporting machinery. For that,
Hello?
it's pretty quaint.
There are large rectangular buttons, monter, descend, and an international call for emergency assistance.
Måste vi kunna...
The third one appears to be broken.
Okej.
A small steel plaque reads Halter 800. Halter is a Koningsteiner lift company.
Det var
who
man.
went out of business
Close the door and go up. Focus story, vi måste... Vart kommer vi någonstans? Plastic you can see outside. Boxes of tool and replacement parts. Det var ju här vi försökte bryta oss in, ja. Pinball machine. Fast det gick ingen vidare. Där. Jag ser. The pinball machine has been taken apart. Got it.
So this is where they brought 40 pinball machines to fix them up. A long time ago. Everything is
A long
covered with dust.
time ago in a galaxy far away. Jag måste lyssna på den här Weird Al.
The lieutenant looks around the dusty, crowded room, inspecting the tools on the...
Looks like it. I'm guessing Martinez North 22 used to be a pinball arcade before it became a hostel. There are machines left over. Downstairs in the hall, next to the main door.
Yeah.
One of them even works. I've seen one of the hardies bang away at it.
Yeah.
But then it went bankrupt. Your skin crawls from making the connection.
At some point, 20 years ago,
Huh?
15 maybe.
Whirling Rags is
Before
part of the
pinball
Doom
was
commercial
done.
area.
If that's true, then our cafeteria manager is not going to like it. We should tell him what we found up here, omitting that suspicion. He does not appear to be the kind of man who likes
Doomed Hostel,
tradition
new
to be
task.
part of a neighborhood ghost story about bankruptcy.
Stupid superstition. But still, it would be interesting to see what the cafeteria manager thinks of this. It's not a ghost story. It's a curse.
Okej. Ska vi se, då ska vi kolla den. Take all. Pinball Maker's Coat. Footsteps.
Clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the workshop floor.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new.
Someone's been here within the last week or two.
3 weeks maximum, from the dust coverage. It could easily have been 1 week too. You know, officer.
This is so good it makes him forget the whole Kimball memory.
Okej.
The Blue Door was a mega investigation after all. It has now converged with our main investigation, which I would say is quite large.
Okay. What's that? The Blue Door was a mega investigation after all. It has now converged with our main investigation, which I would say is quite large. Nice.
It means someone snuck through what seems like a secret route, behind Classius' room, in the recent weeks. This may prove to be significant.
Crouch studied the footprints.
Large prints, most likely made by boots. The size is hard to determine. Sole could be bigger than vamp. The soles have left a pattern, uniform, horizontal lines.
This print doesn't look like the odd sole print. This doesn't look like the worker's boot from the... Okay.
The size looks about the same, actually. They're not the same shoe, but they could be the same person.
Okay.
No, these little horizontal lines are different. They look custom-made to me. Or some kind of foreign print. Hard to say. Still a boot, though.
Everything around you is quiet. The prints crisscross the workshop floor.
Okej. Ska vi gå ut här genom den här dörren som vi försökte bryta oss in i förut?
This is the barred door you tried to kick in before.
Luckily punch the door once more just in case. So what's on the other side?
The door shudders a bit, as though it were laughing at you.
Unless we've veered off into a folded M dimension, I'm expecting to step out on the roof.
Yes!
We could ask Classius about this route. See how she reacts.
Folded M dimension. A reference to the popular science fiction series, In System. Look who's in a good mood suddenly, and reads science fiction.
You know it.
Yes,
Kimball.
it is quite likely that we will re-emerge on the M plane. Brace for psychokinetic impact.
Unbar the door. Alltså vi skulle ju prata med Kashe också. Jag vill inte, vi har ju 6 skill points. Jag vill inte gödsla bort det på någonting som jag kanske ångrar mig att vi behöver ha sen längre fram. Nu ska vi se. Tattoo Sunday night. Right before. Okej, då just det, då skulle vi vara ensamma, va? Harder core, get the whole story from Titus. Jag pratar med henne, vad säger hon då?
It's always good to see you.
Yeah! She cracks a weary smile, leaning back against the railing.
Something in her demeanor has changed. She's tired, consigned to her fate, to being here with you and what's to come.
The Hardy Boys told us what really happened.
I understand.
She puts her coffee mug on the table.
Just like that. No resistance. Her shoulders are slouched, her feet long and straight.
You don't look surprised. You were expecting this. Chill, I'm the cool cop, remember? Vänta.
I knew there was a chance you'd get them to tell you. It's what you do.
You're the police.
You're the police.
I'm the law! I am the law!
Worth, I'm sorry for wasting your time.
It was so beautiful.
This is good. Clear the air first, between you two. Then move on to questions. No, it's not good. It's the opposite of that. This will let her dictate the terms of your... Shush, I can't hear what she's saying. Let the miss speak. She's tall and thin and tired.
If you knew we would find out eventually, why did you waste our time?
Because of the Hardys. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me out of the shit I'd gotten into.
Is she implying the Hardy Boys are the law?
The law? I'm the law. Whoa, 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 whoa. I am the law. The law, that's me.
I know that.
Oh,
but the people around here, they don't see it that way. And if I am to stay here, I need to get along with them.
That's not good enough.
You're right. There's more.
More?
You answer to the coalition government, and by extension, the moral intern.
She reaches for a new cigarette.
Briefly glancing over her shoulder to the sea, as she's done time and time again. A grand expanse of water reaches over the bay and to the horizon, wine dark in the evening light.
What lies beyond it?
The Pearl, the Muindi Isola, the Occident, and then Oranje. The old...
What? No! No, what happened? What happened? Alla motherfucking PlayStation 5-bajs. Ah. Så, då får vi byta tillbaka till switchen här. Så. Ah. Så. Allt under kontroll, ingen panik. Så. Is that why you're looking over your shoulder? You're afraid of the moral intern. What's the RCM involvement with the moral interns gonna do? Isn't the lapdog of... Okay, we better.
You share a database with them.
Yeah.
You send people to their courts.
He likes it. What's going on? What did you do?
Just business.
Vad sluta PlayStation 5!
Show up in your records, officer. They will find me.
Okay, bra.
They will...
Nej! Jag ska aldrig starta min PlayStation 5 igen. Jag ljög, men... Den håller på att fått ner någon uppdatering. Så håller den på att starta om. Och då startar ju min HDMI-switch. Byter ju ingång då, eftersom då kommer en ny signal in. Och då byter den per automatik till det. Det är det som håller på att ske.
What happens if they do?
Jävla trams, säger jag bara.
They will kill me, sir. If you file my name, take me in for questioning.
Ursäkta att jag rapar,
enter
men
me
det var
into a
skönt.
moral intern mill. Well, then I'm fucked. For nothing. This murder didn't have anything to do with me.
Fucked. People after her. Moral intern people. This isn't Oranese lit. Here we go. For once, you seem to have her off guard. Actually, this murder did have a little to do.
Alltså, jag är... Alltså, okej. You said you studied Oranges lit. What is with the fugitive stuff?
I did. I also had a side job selling insurance that I was really good at. Got picked up by a bank.
Competitive intelligence.
Competitive intelligence, they called it. After that, I sort of transitioned out of the whole culture scene.
What did you do have to do with the people after you?
It's not nice, but it's not illegal. Not here in Revachol, or even in Oranje.
What exactly did you do?
Industrial espionage. I joined a business collective with the intention of betraying them. I did my job well enough to be asked to do it again. With a bigger company. The kind you really, really don't fuck with. I took their ledgers. 2 decades worth of accounting.
Damn!
I need the names of the companies involved and who hired you.
He taps on his notebook. Okay.
The job was Lou's County Savings Bank. They sound small, but they're part of the Lou Scott conglomerate. That was the second job. The first was some printer company. You wouldn't know them.
But she really destroyed them.
Yeah.
She still feels it.
As to who hired me for the job, I don't know.
Nope.
But they're after me too. Along with Lou Scott and their friends in the MI. Once you're done in the competitive intelligence circuit, you don't have allies. You're radioactive.
Radioactive.
Law's cap. These people engineer financial disasters in second world countries. The conglomerate also includes the Bank of Consecration, Airberg, and the popular Papalolo line of dairy products.
Papalolo. You destroy what people have built. That's a lot of shit you gotten yourself into. Serves them right. When I'm a king, this saving bank will be the first against the wall. I'm sure there are people who have done much worse than Papalolo.
Yeah. Papa fucking Lolo wants to kill me.
I'm sure there are people who have done much worse than you.
Sure. I'm not a war criminal,
No.
but it was bad. People lost their jobs. Good people too, not just C-suite.
She shakes her head at the
A
thought.
lot of people got hurt. But that's just more of my shit you shouldn't have to deal with. You're solving a murder.
Yeah.
That can wait. Look into her eyes. There's more.
What did you do?
One of them killed themselves because of me.
That's bad. How do you live with yourself? That's shake her head. Not easy to deal with.
How do you deal with anything? It's all just... How do you do it?
I drink. I just try to smoke as much as I'm a cop. What I do is right. By not remembering a single goddamn thing. I drink!
I do that too.
Yeah!
It's unbelievably effective. Especially when combined with cigarettes.
And drugs.
And drugs. We were there. Together. In bed, I mean.
Tell me exactly what happened in detail. How large was his ding dong?
Okay. He was in a kneeling position. He had just entered me. I was on my back, looking at him. I heard the window behind me shatter, and I turned to look. There was a hole in the glass. I turned back to him. His eyes were looking through me, and his mouth was open, dumb. I could see. I could.
Her chest rises and falls with each word. She keeps herself together and says it.
Orgasm.
I knew he was dead. Before he fell down on top of me.
Clark, then what
He
happened?
was heavy. I pushed him off and he fell to the floor. There. He only had his boots on. He bit the pillow, not to scream, then ran downstairs.
There's a long pause. She just stands there, her arms at her side.
I waited for the second shot to come. For me. I thought there would be one. It never came.
That's a motherfucker. Are you sure you're not making this up?
I'm not lying to you.
Yeah, right. Liar, liar, pants on fire. She looks down, wincing. Her cigarette has singed her fingers.
You may sometimes be bad at reading her, but this time, truly, she's telling you how it really went.
Yeah.
She throws it away and immediately proceeds
Okej,
to light another.
då är alltså inte hon mördaren.
What time was this? When did it happen? It would help us if you could be as
Vi
precise as
letar
possible.
efter en mördare som inte kommer tag i
11:30
henne.
to 12:15. I don't know the exact time. Around midnight.
Okej, 11:30 p.m.
It's okay. Were you inebriated?
Not as much as usual. He'd done a line. plus other things.
I was drinking.
I was
okay.
drinking.
Wait. Titus said she was gurning her jaw off, much more than usual.
Titus said you look pretty high.
Oh, yeah. I did one of his lines. Just to clear my head.
Ja, why not? Va? He's dead! Här har vi knark på bordet! Det är ju synd att det går till spillo. Jävlar.
Good thinking. Clear your head. You should clear your head.
Yes!
Get into his mindset.
Electrochemistry.
Did you hear or see the shooter in the course of this?
No.
No,
What did you do then?
nothing.
Aha.
I was trapped.
I was
I was stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes on and crawled back up, drew the blinds. Blood was coming from his mouth. Not a lot, just a little.
Jag har typ ingen Jaha. Ska vi pausa någonting på PlayStation 5? Ja. Hopp! Du bara höll på att somna i sängen. Och sen bara, vad hände? Smutsen dog. Han blev tyst. Här håller jag på att prenumerera. Nu ska vi se här. Jag håller på preview-streamen. Kom igång då. Kom igång då. Jag ser. Nu har jag kilobitten. Nu ska det bara komma igång här ordentligt. Ska vi ladda om sidan bara? Så ja. Nu! Sidan omladdad, allt funkar. Då borde det funka för er. Nu har det ingen tittare kvar här bara för det. Men nu är kilobitten tillbaka. Jag har tappat lite framerate. Min PlayStation 5 valde att börja ladda hem saker igen. För jävligt. Jävla fascistmaskin jag har. Han lever på sig själv. Jag startade ju den förut och sen pausade jag allting. Sen valde den säkert att ladda hem en uppdatering trots att jag hade pausat den. Och valde helt plötsligt att installera den. Och sen när den hade startat om, då hoppade någon annan nedladdning igång. Och därför försvann min kilobit-sekunden helt plötsligt till 0. Och sen nu är jag tillbaka. Så är det bara.
He was still on the floor, slouched.
Hoppas ni överlever min förklaring.
So I ran down and out of my room, into the hallway, down the stairs. I knew there would be people there.
Okej, vad vet vi om där? The Hardy Boys säger inget. De säger att de hängde honom, men de mördade inte honom. Hon hade sex med honom när han blev skjuten, den som hängde i trädet. Och Hardy Boys säger att det var en annan kvinna.
Run, woman. Run past them and out into the streets where it's dark and people move. To the lorries at the intersection, as far as you
Why didn't you run away from here? As a matter of fact, why are you here now?
I already ran. I ran from an entire Isola.
So-
I can't run any further. Not with these people.
And
as
I
far as it
ran so far away. And I ran, couldn't get away. Det blev tyst. Har varit tvungen att bära in skrivbordet, sätter i sovrummet för att hålla värmen. Nu är det ganska behagligt ändå. Nu är elpriser rätt billigt också, om man säger så. Farligt att ligga ner. Ja, du. Jag bara sätter mig fullt frisk i soffan efter maten. Sen bara slänger på någonting. Om lillgrabben och dottern sköter sig, tar 10 minuter, sen bara... Nu rullar det på. Ja, det var ju PlayStation 5 som valde något typ.
Sylvie was tending the bar. A lot of people were there. The Hardys were at the table in front of the stage. I think the Union box was full. Ruby was there too. They were having such a good time. I sat down and they all welcomed me. I didn't even have to say anything. Ruby knew something was wrong.
Ruby.
Ruby?
Before we continue, who's Ruby?
Ruby. You know, the leader.
The leader? Of what?
The Hardy Boys.
I thought Hardy was the leader of the Hardy Boys.
Well, nominally, yes. Ruby's the one they go to when things happen, like things they need taken care of. She's the organizer.
Ruby?
This Ruby, in her phrasing, is entrusted with great power. She trusts her. So do the others.
Vi måste hitta
Would you say
Ruby.
she is the 8th Hardy boy.
Why not?
Level up. Fick jag en till skill point att placera ut om vi vill.
Well, Ruby said let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. I've known these people since December. They know my situation, that I can't leave a paper trail. Ruby was the first one I told.
Okej.
She said she'd take care of this. It's what she does, you know, take care of things. I helped her get the body to the bathroom. We used a belt to pull him up under the shower, to keep him upright.
To produce lividity, matching a hanging?
Yes.
We completely missed the tempering. Looks like you got there in time. What was this, 20 minutes after death?
About 20, yes. Ruby explained it would make the blood... You know what he does.
She looks at the ground, then raises her light brown eyes to meet yours.
Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Lely in the bathroom. I had to put his clothes back on. His armor, too. It was tough, but I've seen him take it off and put it on many times. It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I'd gotten him ready by then. They carried him out. I knew what they were going to do. Make it look like a hanging. Ruby said they would.
What did you do while they were hanging him?
Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while. That we should lay low or something. So I did. I don't know. I haven't seen her since.
Make Titus give up Ruby's location. Okej. Ruby är nu vårat lead. Nästa steg i den här murder investigation that is happening.
We will need to take this question to the Hardy boys.
Interesting. Why did this Ruby go through so much trouble to hide something someone else did? Look into this later. What are you doing? Coming up with a theory. She said Ruby knew something was wrong before she said anything. How come? It was loud downstairs. She couldn't have heard the shot.
Ruby!
It is ominous. You already coming up with theories that put the blame on someone other than Clausia.
When it happened, did you hear a gunshot?
When he was shot? I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding.
Did you kill Lily?
What? Why would I put myself through this insanity? Get myself cornered like this? He wouldn't have died if it weren't for me. I know that. But I would never hurt him.
All kinds of crazy things happen when drugs are involved. Sweet, sweet drugs.
Sweet, sweet drugs! You know it?
It could have been a desire murder. Maybe an act of jealousy. He was a serviceman. He must have had a gun somewhere lying around, close to her hand. Now you guys suddenly have theories pouring out when they're obviously just stabs in the dark.
Det här, nu, okej, vänta. Downstairs people have this crazy idea that you kill him.
I'm sad to hear that. They must have said it in some fit of frustration or under pressure. They couldn't have meant it. I've talked to them after it happened. No one has implicated me.
If it's okay, you did it in self-defense?
I did not kill him to defend myself from rape. I told you before. That wasn't what happened.
Okay.
True, sire. 'Tis true.
Desire drive people loco.
She simply shakes her head. She has the training for it. You've known it since she first greeted you here on this roof.
Okay. Drugs were integral part of your relationship. Perhaps they contributed to its end.
What does that mean?
Do drugs make you aggressive?
No.
Hope.
People don't take drugs to kill each other. They take them to feel okay with each other. I thought Ravishal would be more enlightened about this. Especially since you've taken them yourself.
Mm-hmm.
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance. It's not one of respect. You may want to add a clever retort to this one.
Me and my drugs are none of your business. I do drugs to keep working, cleaning up this shit. You created it. Clever retort.
She looks at you, confused. The lieutenant shares her confusion. Respond with something professional. Now.
He must have had a weapon nearby. Did you use that?
No. I specifically asked him not to carry firearms when he was with me. He only had his stupid armor.
Okay, I'd like you to answer some other question, miss.
Like what?
Could the people after you have killed him?
That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass break. I thought they'd found me.
Mm-hmm.
They've killed him to punish me. All last week, I've tried not to talk to anyone or be seen with anyone so they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't have anything to do with me.
Okay.
Or I don't know anything anymore. All I do is wait here.
Okay.
We can't go after loose cap. Not yet. There are other, saner leads.
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. If there's one thing I know, it's that you'll get nothing from there.
Okay. Why did you call the cops if you're hiding? Var det hon som ringde snuten?
Because I'm an idiot.
Which is an indicator of truth. Idiot. She's nothing of the sort.
So you would have us believe, but you're not. I don't think so. Why did you do it?
You have to understand.
Okej, hon ringde snuten.
No
Då löste vi
was
det.
making the call, and he kept rotting. And then
Och
he
hon
took his
Ruby
clothes off.
verkar vara den som har mördat det.
Fucker threw
Ish.
stones at him.
Känner till någonting.
Her jaw is clenched. Her throat moves.
Så egentligen,
Takes all her strength not to cave in and so.
det vi har kvar att göra i det här spelet är ju kyrkan, the ravers
He kept throwing stones at him for
och själva
3
mordet.
days. I could hear the thud. Thud. So I called you. I hope with all my heart it's not the last thing I do in Ravishal.
She definitely called the cops. That was task complete. It could not have been a lie. That is
Får vi typ 70 XP, 30?
Oh God. That was a lie too. Who made the call then? She did, of course.
Alla mina sinnen pratar med sig själva, eller med varandra.
Don't be paranoid, man. It's unbecoming of a police officer. And it makes you sweat.
When was the window changed?
Last week, Angus and Titus's brother, I think he's called Tibbs, took care of it.
She takes a drag.
You should have another look at that window after this. Reconstruct the scene. It's right there.
In her bedroom inside?
Yes, you see the glass sparkling out of the
Okay,
corner
I think
of
we're
your
done here.
She nods, silently. She doesn't even smoke. Just picks up the cold coffee and holds it in her hands.
Then at the door.
He's thinking, are we done here?
Yeah.
Or should we arrest her?
No.
She's a flight risk and she lied to you. She should be taken into custody.
Nope.
No, that won't be necessary.
Nope.
Just leave her alone. She's been through enough. She doesn't need this.
Police brutality.
This guy won't budge. You have to wake Multiface up, forcefully, if you want to continue pushing her.
Vänta. In God's name, vänta. Drama. In God's name. Manipulating your skill set to love that it...
Who? What? Dear God, you've been lied to. She could have killed her lover and lied to everyone. She's not candid at all. She's smoke and mirrors and will-o-wisps.
Okay.
She probably didn't give you her real name either.
What?
Why would she? Arrest her immediately before she further entangles you in her web of lies.
Nope.
Take it easy. Don't overcompensate with this course correction. Ask questions first. Yes. Start at the top. Choose at the bottom. It's how we've always done it.
No rush.
See?
Turn to the... Why have you not yet... Nope. You know, I think you didn't make the call to the station. Your real name isn't Clashe Amundu? What if I told you you're under arrest, miss? Let's change...
She slowly lights another cigarette. And you are. This is not the end of this.
Vi lämnar. Jag vill inte sätta henne i fängelse. Autosave, det är trevligt.
As you look back, you think, so love did do him in, after all.